Hi, my name is Patty Ishi Hallmeyer. Came to Kuala Lumpur in January of 1967. I started the second semester of my junior year of high school.
My name is John Ishi, and I was from 1968 to around 73.
Hi, I'm Paul Barr, and I went to ISKL from 68 to 70.
Okay, my name is Tony Lee, but in 1964 I went to the United States and stayed there until 1968, at which time I came back to Malaysia and entered ISKL. And I stayed in ISKL until 1973 when I graduated.
My name's Malcolm Barr, class of 74. I was here 68 to 70 and then in 71.
I was in ISKL from 1968 through 1974, graduated in 1974.
Hi, I'm Leon Letourneau. I attended ISKL from 1969 to 1974, class of 74.
Hi, I'm Tony Story, one of very few Australians that was at the international school, I guess, at the time that I came. Arrived in 1970.
My name's Peter Dornbos. I was here at ISKL from September 1971 until February 1974.
I'm Georgia, and I was here at ISKL from 1971 through 72. I was a sophomore.
Hello, I'm Dana McGinnis, and my sister for me, so we got a brother-sister thing going on.
Okay, I'm Sheila McGinnis Wall. I came here in 1971 and graduated from ISKL in 1973.
Hi, I'm Imanta Wheel. I went to ISKL between 1972 and graduated in 74.
My name is Raymond Tate, class of 78. I attended ISKL 74 to 78.
Okay, I'm Jenny Tate, class of 75.
My name's John Gourley. I graduated here in 1975.
When I arrived in 1962, it was still Malaya. The country was still Malaya, and of course it hit me that the humidity and the heat were absolutely overwhelming, as they are for everybody who comes. But getting off that small plane at Sungai Bisi Airport, which is basically doesn't even exist anymore, was quite an experience. Anyway, I came for 2 years in the Peace Corps. So that was a couple of years before ISKL started. And after my 2-year stint in the Peace Corps, I married a Malaysian and stayed, and the school opened, and luckily for me, they needed a science teacher right off the bat. So I was Johnny on the spot, so to speak. I was here for 35 years.
I remember sitting at home and my mother picked up the phone as it rang in the hall, and she said, "Kuala Lumpur, where's that?" And I was standing there, so we immediately pulled out the World Book Encyclopedia, looked it up and thought, my goodness.
My first vision of it was basically just jungles, you know, there's just jungle out there, and is there really a city to go and live in? I mean, what are we going to live in there when we get there? It was just sort of, travel in those days was not a common thing, and very few people actually left the country.
Of it, I mean, it was just a unique time in history for us to be here. You had the Vietnam War going on. When we started, I think there was less than 100 kids in the school.
One of the things that you pick up in a place like this is a sense of independence and the ability to take charge. So I was driving for the Red Cross as well. I had my license at the time. Because of course school wasn't on because there was curfew all day.
Which changed the school a lot because of the curfews and things. We were cut back in our school hours, and school started at 7:30 in the morning, and we were finished at like 12:15, something like that.
But I remember, you know, every classroom had a bathroom and a bathtub. Nothing like high schools, you know, now. And it was interesting. But we were all coming from the same situation. We were all kind of displaced and brought together.
I just remember very good times. The school was very friendly. It was very much different than what I had experienced before. The interaction with teachers was so much different than what I was used to. Also, the easy atmosphere made me actually excel in areas that I didn't know I was good at ISKL.
Great experience. It made me a very strong person and a little more worldly than I think probably if we'd been stuck in the same school. Opportunities like being able to play every single sport because there were not enough kids to play. So if you could bounce a ball, you were on the team. So it was good. It was a real fun experience.
So when I came over here, I was like, basketball, volleyball, field hockey, you know, bring it on, bring it on. And that got me really involved in the team sport, you know, experience that has been also invaluable in the business world and things like that. So
If we're talking about business, it's really growing the people in the business, and from what I've seen today, that's what ISKL's trying to do with the students.
I came from Taipei American School, which was 2,000 students, to ISKL, which had, I think, probably around 350 when we came here. So it was a relatively small school, but that made it a very intimate experience.
And it was just nice to cut across, you know, to be with juniors and seniors. None of that would ever happen in America. I mean, you were very class by class segregated. And again, here it was just, you were one kind of big family.
I think that the school set us all up to be very good students. It was, when I look back on it, it's a straight college preparatory type school. My class of 28 seniors, I don't think we never even talked about not going to university. I mean, everybody went to university. We all studied hard. We all did the PSATs. We all did the SATs.
The year that we spent here was a terrific year. I had a chance to really blossom in a school that was small. If you wanted to do something, you could join and do it. I'd come from a big school, and I'd been very shy. And this was a great school to learn and grow and really get involved. And it was a wonderful experience.
I think the international school has, like I told the students, you got to be the future of the world, and your time here will really help you in your careers. So I think at the end of the day, it kind of came full circle. So to everybody, yeah, this is a good place.
My name is Chip Weissert. I came to Kuala Lumpur in 1980, and I left in 1990 after 10 years. And I got on the school board in, I might be wrong, I think 1982, somewhere in that area. I don't remember the dates exactly. And about a year later became the chairman of the school board, and was chairman of the school board until I believe 1988. All three of my kids spent their entire pre-university years in international schools. The education was extraordinary. It was really very good. The teacher-student rapport, relationships were strong. There was a lot of family atmosphere. The atmosphere on campus, this was not just a school, it was a community center. It's where everything happened. Parents were here all the time. Students were here late doing activities. All weekend long there was stuff going on here. It's good. All very strong, very positive, very enthusiastic teachers, a lot of real interest in teaching and being involved with the students.
I retired in 2000, but I wanted to stay connected to the school in some way, and I knew they needed an environmental ed or environmental coordinator of some sort. And also, I could see that community service needed to have some kind of outside help, not just teachers. So I offered myself to try to head up a couple of committees to do that.
Because it is an international school, and although they may not have moved before or recently, they know it's always on the horizon. And so kids are, I think, more open to new kids and are used to that. It made a huge difference. And the parents too, it was the same thing.
They're very inclusive.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
And And the level of activity of the parents was really, really good. And because a lot of people are trailing spouses, you know, you have a lot of actually high-powered people who have had very meaningful careers and have a lot of talent. And because of the visa situation in Malaysia, or because they're following one career rather than the other career, lots of couples taking turns and doing things in terms of who's sort of, you know, that gives us a huge talent pool. It's very, that contributes a lot to the school, because the teachers are sort of in the same situation, and so, in the administration. So, you know, I was active on the board and in the parent association, where I coached, and, you know, we just really had it was really an enjoyable experience.
Well, the teachers are fabulous.
Oh my gosh,
it's 24/7 with them for most of them. They are here all the time. A lot of husband-wife teams, which really makes for full commitment to the school.
Yeah.
And it really was a great experience for our kids to be, you know, I'm really friends with them. The other unique thing is the diversity of the student body is just incredible, and really had a profound effect, I think, on our girls.
It's an education every day.
Yeah.
And so was the parent group too, because, you know, you'd have these things where we'd all be bringing food for the kids, and I mean, you know, it was this wonderful international smorgasbord. I mean, you know, it was just fabulous. And then the International Fest, and then every holiday that we had. Anyway, it was a great cultural experience.
Like my mom was saying, that there is a lot of diversity here, and I think that really instilled in me a love for different cultures and, you know, music, religion, art, everything that has to do with all different cultures of the world. I had friends from all over, so it was just a great experience. ISKL just really helped me to become more of a global citizen and more aware of international life.
Like I've told my parents again and again as we've been here, is that like I really want my kids to come to ISKL. Maybe we'll have the new campus, but I have to say that this was an unforgettable experience, no matter how young you are, and one of the most meaningful for exactly like just on the mission statement being like a spirited, socially responsible global citizen. I think that nails it.
My name is Lisbeth Rector, and I went to ISKL and joined it when I was in 3rd grade. My parents were both in Malaysia. My mother was a teacher, and my father was working for a British consulting company. I have come back about 15 years later with my husband's job. Of course, there was no option but to send my kids to ISKL, because my memories of ISKL are fantastic. They were some of the best years of my life, especially when it came to sports. And so I've had the pleasure of teaching and working here, just like my mother did, and having my 3 children also come to ISKL. And now my eldest has graduated from ISKL. My name is Saskia Blackburn. I have been here since 3rd grade and have grown up in Malaysia, and Malaysia has become my home over the years. As similarly to my mom, who was a sports fanatic, and academics was the foundation of everything, sports really was the icing on top of the cake, and has made my high school and has made these past 4 years and all my middle school years as well, with all the opportunities to travel to IASs. I feel like one of the luckiest people to have gone to school here.
Hi, I'm Akiko, class of 1980. When I came here, I knew that I'd finally come to the right school, because I wasn't the only one with different background, and being different was okay at ISKL. I had a great memories, great experience, but most of all, I gained my self-esteem and graduated with full of confidence. When I came back to ISKL in 2004, I had the opportunity to experience elementary school, middle school, and high school as a parent. I remember telling my mom that I didn't want to graduate from ISKL yet. And it was very nice to hear that my son said this is the exact same thing a month before his graduation. And I knew exactly what he meant.
Hi, I'm Ken Koda, and I'm a graduate of the class of 2014. Growing up in ISKL in Malaysia had taught me a lot of things, which helped me become who I am today. And now I consider ISKL and Malaysia to be both of my homes, which I surely will miss in the future when I go off to university in Japan.
I remember Dr. Hudson saying that ISKL offers big school opportunities with a small school feel, and that's exactly what it is.
Hi, I'm Lynn Smith. My family and I came to Malaysia in 1993, and we started our experience at ISKL in '96 when my eldest daughter joined kindergarten. In 2000, I was lucky enough to be offered a job in the kindergarten and now the middle school for over 15 years.
I'm Tavis Smith. I joined ISKL at Prep Senior, and ever since then I have been at ISKL until I graduated. I am what you call a lifer at ISKL.
As a parent at ISKL, who's had 3 children graduate, in fact 3 children who are lifers and have gone from kindergarten or Prep Senior through to graduation, I think I have a pretty good overview of what ISKL provides for them. I would like to say global citizens, because that's what I believe ISKL does create. They are empathetic to races, religions, they are well-traveled, they are incredibly lucky and they know it. They're just nice people. That's what comes out of ISKL.
I'd just like to say thank you so much, ISKL, for all the years you've given me and all the experiences I've gone through. Thank you to all the teachers and all the students I met along the way, and it really was an amazing experience, and I don't regret anything, and I wouldn't change anything for the world.
You know, I always feel it's so important for ISKL to stay connected to the community, the outreach into all of the cultures that are here. They're so vast, and there's so much that it keeps me constantly involved now with the various cultures, and I think so important that the kids who come through here learn about that and get to appreciate the diversity of this country. It's so amazing. You just don't find it. I always say to people, you know, you want a sample of Asia? Don't go anywhere else. Come here, because you can get a complete sampling here, and a place that's clean and safe. So this is Asia, truly Asia. It really is. Malaysia's a wonderful place.
I've been here now for 38 years. Right now, though, I'm mostly concentrating just on ceramics, technical drawing, and graphic design. I've been really, in all these years, it's really been enjoyable to see the amount of kids that enjoy the class. We have to the point where kids would ask about Saturdays and coming in to do extra work. And so I decided to start a program where on Saturday morning, and then I got a lot of parents who were interested. To me, it gives me great pleasure in seeing the parents coming and doing the same things that the kids do during the day. I think at the moment I'm the oldest teacher in the school, and in all, I just never feel like I'm old, because, and I do it with an enthusiastic group of students and parents. And so for me, that's really rewarding. ISKL's always had a fabulous group of teachers. Everything just evolves through that. And now looking forward to what's going to happen when we move to the new campus, I hope we're able to bring the feeling of this school into that school. I know that when you build a new building, it's new. And so everything you start with is new, but I hope that spirit of ISKL that I've always known can somehow live and be transplanted into that new school, so to see it grow and nurture also.
You know, I'm very excited about the fact that we're going to have a new campus and that it's all going to be combined with our elementary, middle, and high school, because back in the old days, we were all together, and we all paid attention to what everybody else was doing. We appreciated in the high school all the elementary art and the music and all the activities that were going on. But now, the way we're so split up, you don't get to see that or appreciate that, and I think going forward in our new campus, that's going to be a big possibility again to have a greater sense of community within ISKL.